Hello, and welcome to Win Over Depression. I am your host, Tamara Trotter. This podcast is dedicated to those who suffer with the mental illness but strive every single day to get to that place of peace and joy. I know that life is full of uncertainty, and sometimes you want to give up. I know you get tired of trying to feel better all of the time. I get it because that was me. Now I have far and in between symptoms of depression and more clear days that allow me to concentrate on what I need to get done. That too, because you can definitely get there. And in 2024, I want you to look to have more in your life, more in your finances, more in your relationships, and most importantly, an improvement in your mental health. Today, we'll be talking about navigating the mind, cultivating mental well-being, and positivity. We're going to dive into the topic that touches each and every one of us, mental health and how to make it through. We'll explore strategies for managing our mental well-being and maintain a positive attitude, even in the face of life challenges. Let's start by acknowledging that mental health is a vital aspect of our overall well-being. It's not just the absence of mental health, but a state of emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Today, we'll discuss practical ways to nurture this aspect of ourselves. Now, on to that positive attitude. It's not about denying life's difficulties, but approaching them with a mindset that allows for growth and resilience. Positive thinking can be a powerful tool in managing stress, improving health, and fostering stronger relationships. So what are some practical strategies individuals can employ to manage their mental health effectively? First and foremost, establishing a routine can provide a sense of stability, which is crucial for mental well-being. Regular exercise, sufficient sleep, and a balanced diet are also fundamental. Additionally, practicing mindfulness and engaging in activities that bring joy can significantly impact our mental state positively. It's not always that easy, especially when we face challenges. However, when we shift our thinking to a more positive outlook, then we are able to achieve more than we possibly thought. One key is reframing negative thoughts. Instead of dwelling on what's going wrong, focus on what you can learn or how you can grow from the situation. Gratitude practices where you consciously acknowledge and appreciate the positive aspects of your life can also make a substantial difference. We know that there is a stigma surrounding mental health in some circles. However, when we collectively try and remove these barriers, we can create a more open and understanding society. The more that we talk about it, the more that we normalize the conversation. Having a structured day can provide a sense of stability and predictability, which is crucial for emotional well-being. Try to set aside time for self-care activities, exercise, and moments of relaxation. I've talked to you in the past about how I love to swim. So what is it that you love to do, and how can you incorporate that into your daily routine? Remember, you don't have to do it for an hour or even 30 minutes. If you can do it for 15 minutes a day, you will see your mental health outlook improve immensely. Taking a moment each day to reflect on the things that you are grateful for can shift your perspective and enhance your overall mood. It could be as simple as appreciating a beautiful sunset, a supportive friend, or a warm cup of coffee in the morning. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine can significantly impact your mental health. Whether it's through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply being present in the moment, mindfulness can help reduce stress and promote a positive mindset. So, what is it that is causing you stress in your life right now? What can you do? How can you change that into a more positive mindset? Exercise is not just for your body, it's excellent for your mind too. When you engage in regular physical activity, you are releasing endorphins, the feel good hormones, which can lift your mood and reduce feelings of anxiety. It doesn't have to be intense. Something as simple as a brisk walk will make a difference. And it does not have to be a brisk walk in the neighborhood. It can be a brisk walk around your home. Try and focus on how you can lower the impact toward whatever it is that you're doing so that it doesn't seem like it's so insurmountable. By walking inside, you are lowering the impact of that activity because you don't have to go outside. Remember, when you move outside of your comfort zone, that is where the magic happens. Building and maintaining strong social connections is another key to good mental health. When was the last time you went to a movie? The last time you went out to lunch or to dinner with a friend? Reach out to your friends and family members. Share your thoughts and feelings and let them know that you are there for them too and that they can also count on you. Social support can be a powerful antidote to stress. So what else can you do that will get you back on track with regard to your mental health? While food alone isn't a cure for mental health issues, your diet can play a role in supporting overall well-being. So what are some foods or some tips that we might be able to utilize? We need to limit processed foods as much as possible. Processed foods high in refined sugars, artificial additives, and preservatives can negatively impact your mood and energy levels. Opt for the whole unprocessed food whenever possible. I talked about reducing your sugar intake. High sugar intake is linked to fluctuations in blood sugar levels, leading to mood swings and energy crashes. And that's something that we have to be aware of because our mood swings definitely play a role in our overall mental health. We should be eating complex carbohydrates like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables rather than sugary snacks and drinks. While moderate caffeine intake may have some cognitive benefits, excessive consumption can lead to anxiety and disrupted sleep. We also need to reduce our alcohol consumption because that also affects our mood and our ability to sleep. So we need to limit both caffeine and alcohol as much as possible. In addition, omega-6 fatty acids are essential, but an imbalance with these fatty acids may contribute to inflammation, which is linked to mental health issues. Minimize the intake of vegetable oils in omega-6, such as soybean and corn oil. Let's talk a moment about artificial sweeteners. Some studies suggest a potential link between artificial sweeteners and mood disorders. While more research is needed, if you consume these, do so in moderation and be attentive to any changes in your mood. Now, I want to tell you that it seems like there are so many instructions and rules that we have to follow when it comes to managing our mental health. But the truth is, we have to be mindful and attentive. Think about other situations in your life where you pay attention to details and you are mindful. I'm sure that you are mindful when it comes to your kids. You pay attention to detail when it comes to what you're doing at your job. We have to give our mental health the same attention. We also need to make sure that we are staying hydrated, because dehydration can affect mood and cognitive function. We need to make sure that we are drinking enough water throughout the day. I cannot stress enough how important that is. In addition to that, some individuals may be sensitive to gluten or dairy, and these sensitivities can also impact our mental well-being. If you suspect an issue, consider consulting a healthcare professional for guidance. So it's not just about what's going on around us that affects our mental health. It's also about how we are treating our body, whether or not we're getting enough sleep, whether or not we're drinking enough water. All of that plays an integral role in improving our mental well-being and getting us back on track. I really want you to start the new year 2024 with a positive outlook, a better perspective on the specifics that you can do in order to keep those symptoms of depression at bay. We've talked about purging relationships for those people who do not pour joy into your life. I want you to go into the new year with a whole different perspective. Pay attention to how your body and mind react to different foods. Maintaining a balanced diet, staying physically active, getting adequate sleep, and seeking professional support when needed are crucial components of a holistic approach to mental health. If you have specific concerns or dietary restrictions, consulting with a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian can provide personalized guidance. So when we think about what we can specifically do in order to improve our overall mental health, these are some steps that we can take. So please be mindful that when you have a positive outlook, it changes everything around you. So remember, do not stay in a dark room. When you get up in the morning, open your blinds. Remember to turn on your lights for 45 minutes. That actually programs your mind and gives you energy. Make sure that you're eating and that you're eating the right foods. And that is why we must learn to focus our attention on the healthy aspects of our relationships and not allow them to bring us down with their insecurities and misfortune. Because we all have choices and we are responsible and accountable for the choices and decisions that we make. Because when you are in a vulnerable state, you must put your health and well-being first. The options that are always available to you are saying no, choosing not to engage, but most of all, not making the problem of others your problem. You have far more to lose because toxic people in your life could cost you everything. You only live once, and as we know, tomorrow is definitely not promised. And it is hard to make a wise decision to protect you when there's loved ones involved, but you have to pick and decide whether or not you are going to allow someone to destroy the progress that you're making because of a situation or circumstance that they have placed you in. So for your homework for this episode, I'd like for you to write down 5 ways that you will continue to press through the pain. I want you to find that accountability coach if you don't already have one. And I'd like you to complete this assignment in the next 5 days. I want to remind you that I offer one-on-one coaching, and there's a brand new course called the 14 Days to Mental Health Wellness, where for 14 days you are inspired by my content and given specific ways that you can overcome your symptoms. If you are interested, you can go to TikTok, Win Over Depression, and go to the link that is there, or please just send me an email, tct1867@gmail.com. Once again, tct1867@gmail.com. I never like to end my podcast without thanking you so very much for listening. I am growing by leaps and bounds, and I am so very excited. Please continue listening. Share this podcast with a friend or with the group. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Win Over Depression. Go to my website, Win Over Depression, and go to the blog and find hundreds of encouraging messages that will keep you going. If you would like to help this podcast grow even more, consider becoming a sponsor at patreon.com. That's www.patreon.com/Tamara Trotter. TAMERA. Trotter. TROTTER. You can also find me on Pinterest at TT Mental Health Expert, as well as Twitter, LinkedIn, and many other virtual platforms. Remember, stay in the game of life. We only get one life to live, and we need to live it to our fullest. Be encouraged, my friend. You are important. You are all that you can be right now. It's in front of you, but you have to pull it out. You are special. You are in the right place at the right time. We also encourage you to remember that giving up is never an option. Stay in the game of life, because life will get better. You have to keep on doing the work.